a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I'm Christina Kahn.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading. I'm going to take that again. I always forget what show we're doing. And this is Burn Before Reading, the podcast about shiterature.
We're here to discuss the terrible writing we did when we were younger and touch on some other cringy literary topics.
With us today is our friend Brooke. Say hello to the listeners, Brooke.
Hello, listeners. It is great to be back on the pod.
Hell
Super
yeah.
stoked to be here.
Oh my God,
Yay.
we are so happy to have you. It's been a long time. Was the last time you came on to roast Leela's music, Shirley?
Yeah, I think that's like an annual tradition at this point.
Well, it's coming up again.
Well, thank you so much for making time in your very serious breastfeeding schedule to be here.
Thank you.
You have a 3-week-old?
Yeah, 2.5.
Two and a half.
She's so new.
She's so little. Oh my God.
She's quite small.
And she looks just like you, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I finally got one that does. My first daughter looks absolutely nothing like me.
It's true.
Just husband.
Just
husband.
Small husband. But you know, luckily he's attractive.
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
Well, how the hell have you been lately? I mean, stupid question.
Sleep deprived. I'm a 2-time C-section mom, so I was cut open recently. I'm not like great,
Sure.
but I'm alive,
Okay,
and I'm happy with that.
you're making it work.
Yeah, you know.
That's amazing. Very
Thank
happy for you. Do you have any plans for Christmas, or are you taking this opportunity to be like, I'm staying home?
Like,
Fuck you.
unfortunately, I have a 3-year-old, and so she's at an age where, like, she remembers Christmas traditions and cares.
Mhm.
So we have to still do Christmas for her, if no one else.
Yeah, I feel you.
We decorated the tree last night as a family to the sounds of a newborn just screaming bloody murder in the background. Well, my mommy and my husband just kind of like swapped off, being like, "This is fine. This is fine."
Oh, you know, cherished memory.
You know, it's fine. There's no way my 3-year-old will like remember this particular
Well,
moment.
I was just about to say, my brother is 3 years younger than me, and I have zero memories of him screaming bloody murder.
I was thinking that too. I was hanging out with my nieces today, and I hang out with them a lot. And the older one is a little over 2, and the younger one is 4 months old, maybe a little older. Anyway, the baby cries, you know, when she screams and cries as babies do. I feel like her older sister's just like, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
She's like smiling. It doesn't even register. So that must have happened to me too with my 3 younger siblings.
Yeah.
Shrieking constantly. They don't know. They don't care.
Well, I don't know about you, but by the time my second brother came along, I was like, ooh, that cry is my responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
I have a sensitive little bean, so she clamps her hands over her ears and looks at me and goes, "It's loud and Maeve is sad." And I'm like, that's very cute, but also I can't have you being that sensitive right now.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
feel like she'll toughen up.
Yeah.
Good.
Or die. You know, there's no alternative. She just needs to toughen up.
She needs to get a little leathery.
Yeah.
Brooke, what has been cringing you out this week?
Well, with
that?
with the addition of the next child, I have mixed up the names of my first daughter, second daughter, and dog in rotation since
Yep.
I birthed.
And that will be
My
the
second
rest
daughter.
of your life.
My husband did it first, like in the hospital immediately post C-section. As I'm like holding her, he called her the wrong name, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're starting this already. Like, you're such a fucking bad dad." You know, I'm just just absolutely roasting him.
Yeah.
Because I can't do anything else because I was like physically incapacitated. I had a spinal block. And then I did it within like 30 minutes.
That's like the most embarrassing thing is when you get on someone for something and then you do it yourself. It's like,
100%.
no,
I've become the monster.
Yeah. And then, of course, he roasted me right back. And then it's just been that back and forth for a couple
And
of
that's
weeks
true
now.
love. That's what true love looks like, folks. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I think my grandma died doing that. So
Yeah, I'm not going to escape it. But like, I was hoping to be a little bit better at it. And I'm not.
I have this problem. I have that problem, but like I don't have children. But what I do, and this one's a little weird, but whenever I'm hanging out with my brother and my boyfriend, I get their names confused constantly. Because what happens is when, and it is any boyfriend, but like they are always just like broing off.
Growing up.
Growing up.
they're like broing it up, and like I'm just like, shut up. So I'm like talking to them both the same way. And I just like maybe that's my cringe. That I like really struggle with my brothers and my boyfriend's husbands.
Your boyfriend's husbands?
My boyfriend's
Your brother's boyfriend's husbands.
Yeah, that's my cringe now.
So many men
I
in
admit
your
it.
life to juggle.
Leela, what's cringing you out lately?
Oh, where do I begin?
I know it's not your beautiful new hairdo.
It's not. Thank you for noticing. No one else has said anything unless I've made them.
You also made me, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a bad noticer.
You wouldn't have noticed?
No.
Really? It's a different color.
The color is noticeable.
Guys, I really am bad at noticing. Believe me when I say. I mean, I might have noticed. It's short. I think what would have got me is it's like several inches shorter.
It is considerably shorter.
And there's bangs now. It definitely wouldn't have been the color that got me at all.
Okay, well, that's fine. So my cat, my tiny kitten, ate a piece of string.
Oh no, did you have to pull it out?
Well, you're not, I guess, supposed to do that because it could be like looped around the intestine. So, but I noticed so she's been acting a little sick. She's like 8 months old now. She's still small and cute, but she was like, had been throwing up. Like, it's starting to be a concerning amount. Cats, especially when they're young, they just like
yap.
yak and yarping.
They bro up a lot.
They bro up. But then it was like happening a little too much. So I was like, if she keeps doing this tomorrow, we gotta take her to the vet. And then I got home from hanging out with my nieces, and Jason was like running around trying to catch her, and he was like, you gotta help me catch her, she's got a really bad dingleberry. And I was like, oh god. And it was disgusting, a very bad dingleberry, and it was attached to a piece of string, and so we had to, and so Jason tried to pull it out, and she started screaming, and then we had to
This is so fucking funny.
and I was like, stop.
To not be involved in it and also not have to witness and just hear the words describing it is very fun to me.
And so then Jason had to just cut it with scissors, and then
Like a haircut, but a string out of your butt.
yeah. And then he was like, I guess we should call the vet. Like, I don't know what to do. And because they were like, she may need surgery. And we were like, oh, please, God, no. You're so small. You're going to be so expensive. And also, please don't die. And so Jason took her in, and after an ultrasound,
Yeah, those are expensive.
she is all good, and it's not tangled in anything, and they expect her to pass it. So I guess moral of the story is we should have just done nothing. But
Dude, no, there's no way to know.
They performed an anal ultrasound on your 8-month-old cat.
They looked at her intestines.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Okay, because I was like,
They think they
hold
probably
on.
shaved her little belly, and then I haven't seen her yet. Jason was going to pick her up when I was on my way here. So
once Penny was barfing randomly a lot, and I for longer than it should have been, and I took her to the vet, and they also did an ultrasound, and the official diagnosis $300 later was full of poop. She'll figure it out.
Just too much poop.
Full of poop, can't eat any more food. She'll pass it eventually. Anytime your cat gets an ultrasound, it's like they're fine. But the thing is, the time you don't get an ultrasound, that's the time they die. So you got to get the ultrasound.
yeah, I'm just like, these fucking female tabbies are gonna be the death of us, Jason. Why are you eating string?
Because she's a baby.
You're so stupid.
She doesn't know.
Then Jason was like tearing the house apart trying to find where the string came from, and I'm like, I think she ate it all, babe. I don't know where it might have come. It could have come from any raggedy
That's
cat
the
toy
thing,
we
like,
have.
String.
It's not too hard to like get dangerous stuff off the ground, but a string can be anywhere.
Yeah.
She can find a string like stuck to the bottom of your couch. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
She can find a clothes and make a string.
Yeah.
Like you can't stop a cat. They're unstoppable.
They're unstoppable.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but
That's okay.
also pretty funny.
She's fine. She's fine. They gave her some anti-nausea medicine so she can, eat more and pass it.
Is her stomach in knots?
I was just gonna say, it's giving me
Too
pregnancy flashbacks. You're telling me to do anti-nausea meds and an ultrasound. That sounds like my first trimester.
Oh my god. Yeah. So my kitten is pregnant with string.
That's awesome. Well, today we're here to do a special pre-Christmas episode. Brooke, you want to show the cover, read it to the class?
We're doing Build Your Own Christmas Movie Romance.
I'm so excited.
Pick your plot, meet your man, and create a holiday love story of a lifetime.
Of a lifetime.
Wow.
But they're like, like those Lifetime movies.
Lifetime.
I found this in a little free library, by the way, just walking around Richmond. I find so much good stuff this year. This is the third book we've covered that I just found randomly in a little free library.
And look at what it cost you, $19.95.
I know. I
kind of
just probably
expensive.
wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
There's some books I will spend money on, and this is not one of them.
This is a book that seems to be specialty designed for other people to purchase for you because they did not know what gift to get you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, there's a whole section in, like, tchotchke stores where it's just, like, small books about things that are quirky.
Yeah, like you might find this in the gift section at, like, the
Mongrel,
Christmas
yes.
section at, one of our local, like, gift shops. Totally.
For sure.
Well, would you like to get us started with the first page? It's a choose your own adventure, y'all.
Yeah, we're doing scene 1. This is Meet the Heroine.
Ooh.
Okay. That's none of your business. Chrissy slammed her business. Chrissy.
I identify with her even though I'm a strict non-Chrissy.
Chrissy slammed her business phone down on her business desk and sighed.
Is that what
Okay.
it says?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm getting the tone already.
Yeah. She looked around. Her entire desk was covered with business binders, business books, including the classic How to Business Your Way to the Top of Business.
Do you remember when we covered Conquered by Clippy with Adel Rafai?
Yeah.
The girl, I think her name was also like Christine or something. I think it was something like that. And she was like a businesswoman who went to business office. Like, it was a very similar tone.
Your name is apparently associated with degeneracy and success in corporate America.
I'll take it. A little more success my way, if you don't mind.
One thing was for sure. She was a business lady. The phone rang again. She picked it up, shouted business, and slammed it back down.
That's the only way I'll be answering my phone moving forward.
I really thought this book was going to be earnest.
I think so too.
I did not. I glanced through it briefly to make sure that it was a choose your own adventure like I thought it was, and I read nothing.
She simply had too much business to do to deal with all of this.
This is so millennial. I can't explain why.
Yes,
But it's-
it definitely is.
The irony. Okay.
Yeah.
Chrissy pulled a hand mirror out of her desk drawer and examined herself. She was dressed the way she did every day. Dark blazer, skirt, and extremely sensible heels. Okay, when you hear sensible heels...
I think of like 80s pumps. That's not like what is sensible, but that's what I think of when a businesswoman says sensible heels.
sensible heels. So I go to like a kitten heel.
I think that's what
Kitten
it is,
heel.
which are coming back into style, and I
reject
I think
that.
they're so ugly.
They do bad things for everyone's legs.
Yeah.
Like, commit or don't.
If you told me to wear a sensible heel today, I'd be throwing on my chunky boots.
Yeah,
Those are like a
chunky boot.
2-3 inch heel, and they're chunky as hell. I can like run in them.
Oh, we do get a description of the heels.
Oh,
if
thank
we
God.
wanna-
Thank God.
In fact, when she bought them, Chrissy had asked the shoe salesman to bring her the, quote, heel equivalent of the woman at the bar who takes her friend's keys and is always reminding them to keep drinking water.
Wow.
Oh, who is that girl? What are those shoes?
It's me.
What shoes
But
are
I
you
don't,
wearing?
I don't wear heels.
You have one pair of heels. It's your slides that you sometimes wear to slightly nice Shakespeare plays.
Yeah,
Wow.
but those are like a summer
They are a
chunky
summer.
heel.
But I think that's the right... that's the
That's the right vibe.
The trouble I'm having is the season.
Yes. Okay, fair.
Maybe
'Cause
they are just short little chunky pumps, but like a chunky
chunky punk.
pump.
That's how sensible they were. To complete her outfit, she wore her hair pulled back into a smart ponytail. Not like a ponytail you'd wear for sports, but the kind of smooth business ponytail that business ladies can pull off.
Totally
I'm familiar.
That I know.
Like from the proposal, like how Sandy
Oh
Bullock
my god,
wears.
yes. Okay, and those are not
Iconic
sensible
pony.
heels because I guess she's a lot shorter than Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Iconic ponytail.
Yeah, iconic movie poster. That movie, I kind of love it, even though it's really offensive.
Speaking of rom-coms, I think sensible heels, my reference point is the heels that Reese Witherspoon is wearing on the cover of Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh. I can't picture those.
But not the heels she's wearing on the cover of Four Christmases.
No.
Because Vince Vaughn is a giant.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a little lady. And so it's like for my wedding pictures when I was standing on 4 Harry Potter books and also 6-inch heels. And then I was like,
oh yeah,
finally seeing my husband's eyes.
it's like I've been rewatching Stranger Things. Spoilers for Stranger Things season 3 to 4, not at all 5. Joyce and fucking Winona Ryder and David Harbour. He's like 18 of her. Watching them together, I'm like, you can't get on top of her. She'll die.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
There was a couple at my high school growing up where the girl was 4'10",
Oh,
and she was dating a guy on the basketball team who was 6'4".
They always do.
Her head was quite literally pelvic height to him.
Easy dick sucking, I
People
guess.
made a lot of jokes about that in particular.
Oh, bless her heart. That's tough.
She's doing great now. She's married with 2 beautiful children. Not to him.
I also worry about women so small and short having children. I'm like, where does it go?
Out.
Out.
Just out.
Please get out.
She checked her makeup in the mirror. Minimal, not so distracting that it would get in the way of business. Every eyelash in place. She took a deep breath. Today was going to be the day. Chrissy had started at big business company 10 years ago as an intern, and now, after years of thankless work, filing, sorting, synergizing, circling back on that email, it was finally happening. She was going to be promoted to junior executive in charge of business.
I wish we were drinking so we could drink every time that they say business.
I will say that's like a classic plot point to all of these things. It always starts with them like making partner or like having the big deal or something.
Yeah, or like you have to go back to your hometown to write a story about the pumpkin patch contest, wrong holiday, about the gingerbread house contest.
Yeah.
To make partner at the newspaper or whatever.
It's like, why?
It's basically how this book sounds to me.
I'm going to try my best to say this in a way that expresses the way this is written. I'm not a business, ma'am, she whispered to her reflection in the mirror. I'm a business, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I got you. I got you.
All right. They combine business and ma'am together into one word.
Okay.
I gotcha.
It's like very interesting. All right. It was what she always told herself when she needed to get pumped up. Her phone rang again and she grabbed it in frustration. Eve, I told you to hold all my calls, she snapped at her assistant through the line. Sorry, Eve whispered, but it's your mom, so I thought you might want to make an exception. Chrissy sighed. All right. You ready to make our first choice?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Should Chrissy take the call or ignore the call and fantasize about her upcoming ski vacation?
I think that Chrissy not taking the call to procrastinate in another way doesn't really make sense for her character. I think if she took the call because she had big business to do, sure.
Right.
I agree.
Let's take the call.
Yeah.
That also feels like an inciting incident to me.
We finna chat with Mama.
Let's chat with Mama.
All right.
Leela, you want to give it a read?
Yeah.
We're going to do this popcorn style,
Okay,
y'all.
wait. Where is mom from? Can I do an accent?
It's got to be Midwestern.
You guys
It's
can
gotta
read
be
so far
Midwestern.
away from your face. The book's going to be a lot closer for me.
Okay, we took the call.
So is that...
So...
Oh, yeah, that is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. Chrissy knew what this was about. With a final groan, she said, I'll take it on line 1. Honey, exclaimed her mother moments later. It's so good to hear your voice.
Yeah, Midwestern was correct.
Hi, Mom, said Chrissy, bracing herself. How's work? Her mom asked. Busy with business as usual, said Chrissy. Look, honey, I know you're busy, so I'll make this quick. I'm just finalizing all my meal prep for our big Christmas dinner, and I just wanted to confirm that you and Cole will be there with bells on. Should Chrissy?
Wait, bells on? Oh, wait, let me get a little.
Wait,
With-
little
with-
background noise.
hold on,
Some
wait.
Foley work.
There she is.
That's my sweater,
She's like,
y'all.
what? I'm here with bells on. It's like you said.
I have two different kinds of bells. I have two different kinds of bells.
This is a great opportunity for a cheeky Instagram post about how you're showing up with bells on or something. Just think about it.
Okay, I'll think about it while you read.
All right. Should Chrissy agree to attend Christmas dinner or tell her mom she won't be able to make it?
I don't understand how that's a choice. It seems like she's already agreed to Christmas dinner, and her mom is just confirming whether Senor Cole will be with her or not.
So she's just like trying to flake out of it. I'm sorry. Like, this is what I do during the choose your own adventure games, like video games too. I just can't do the mean choice. So I'm always gonna.
You know that joke about video games making people violent, and then it's like I cannot be mean to an NPC. I just can't do it.
No, I can't even kill my Sims, and everybody does that.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just a little. You get to play God.
It's like you put them in a pool and take all the ladders out. That type of stuff.
Classic. It's really normal.
Put them in a room, take out all the doors, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I played Sims, but I was always much more invested in getting everybody married.
Me too.
Okay,
And
yeah,
making
same.
those
Having
babies.
babies.
Making those babies. Okay, so we're agreeing to Christmas dinner, right?
Yes, yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
so that's page 9. That's this page.
Okay, great. Sure, Mom, Chrissy responded breezily. Of course we'll be there. Her mind was racing. They would not be there.
What? Chrissy? Wait.
She and Cole had already agreed that they would not be attending this year's family Christmas dinner. They were planning on going skiing in the Swiss Alps. Plus, how had Cole put it? Oh, right. He'd said, family dinners? That sounds like something only lower middle class people do. Then he
Damn, Cole.
I mean, he not wrong.
Then he slicked his hair back with one hand, caught her reflection in a storefront window, and flexed his biceps for all the street to see.
All right. Yeah, I know the type.
I think we need to start making more wild card choices. Okay.
I can't believe that they negated our
I
choice
was like,
entirely.
What happened to my agency?
So now we're lying to Mom.
Okay, well, that sucks.
Wow, he whispered to himself. I'm rich and smart and have good muscles. Chrissy felt a pang then, something deep inside that said, maybe this isn't the world's best man? But she pushed that feeling away. She adored Cole. So
Why?
what if he called puppies plus-size rats?
Huh?
He was
Oh.
handsome and successful and exactly who a businesswoman like her belonged with. And plus, she remembered, his comforter was custom made out of $100 bills.
Wait.
And
Okay, the world's worst comforter.
she mostly felt like this was a good thing, right?
What, the $100 bill comforter?
I think the relationship.
I understand, but I'm really caught on that. That's deranged.
That is, and also rat. What does he say? Plus-sized rats.
Yeah, puppies.
Imagine the rustling.
Yeah,
Constant
really.
Or like
rustling.
the smell.
Oh.
Also, crisp $100 bills would not be very comfortable, but used ones would be dirty.
I'm imagining they're like laundered, broken in $100 bills. If you're gonna do a $100 bill comforter, surely you would try to maximize the comfort in said
Yeah,
comforter.
you have to. She ends that paragraph by saying, best not to think about it. Wait, give me a Midwest. I'm so glad. Chrissy's mom cried, interrupting Chrissy's thoughts. I hadn't heard from you in a while, and I was beginning to wonder if you'd be able to make it at all. Of course we're coming, Chrissy said. Why did she keep saying that?
Stop lying.
Cole was going to
no.
kill her. Maybe, she thought. Maybe there was a way to reschedule the flights and the reservations so that they could swing by Candycane Falls before leaving.
Candycane Falls.
Are we playing Candyland? They should have thought through this earlier. The annual dinner at her mom's house was not a surprise. It was, annual. Why did they schedule this trip to fall exactly on Christmas? It's because you're making a choice to avoid your family.
Yeah, it seems like you're very pointedly choosing not to go.
Yeah, like I've done that
forgot
before.
about Christmas.
Yeah, like, oh, oops, totally slipped my mind.
Suddenly, Chrissy had a flashback, a hazy memory of herself saying to Cole, schedule it on Christmas so we miss all the festivities this year, because I don't know if I've told you, but I hate Christmas. Cole had nodded. I know. It's literally your Tinder bio, he reminded her. This is a fucking 2-pager.
Oh.
And you say it in your sleep, and you yell it when you're surprised. It's your password to everything. That she hates Christmas.
How long have they been together that he's like, oh, it's on your Tinder bio? Like,
I don't know.
from back when they matched, or
Could be a year or two. I think, I mean, I met Greer on Tinder, and I feel like I'll remember what that looked like. He was wearing a Harry Potter shirt, and I was like, what kind of Harry Potter fan are you? A progressive kind.
There's one right choice.
Yeah.
Not everything, Chrissy exclaimed. My bank account password is I hate Christmas 123 exclamation point because I needed to use numbers and a special character. Then Cole had leaned in cautiously. Do you mind me asking? He had said. Why do you hate Christmas so much? Chrissy had slapped him across the face.
Oh,
Her eyes went dark like a Christmas bulb that had also gone dark.
I do not.
Who wrote this?
I do not
JKR.
support this woman.
This reminds me of, do you remember in My Immortal, the fan fiction, when they were
Yes.
like, they were like, he looked exactly like Voldemort from the Harry Potter movies. It was Voldemort. You know I don't talk about that, she hissed. It's my mysterious secret. It gives me depth. And there'll be 3 types of potato casserole, her mom was saying. Okay, well, that
I'm
sounds
down.
So
dope.
Midwestern, but also so delicious.
I gotta go.
What? One au gratin,
Oh, gratin. There's gotta be a loaded baked potato casserole.
loaded baked potato casserole. What's the third?
Like maybe like a brekkie one, like a cheddar hash brown.
Ooh, yeah, with some
You know,
sausage.
with some egg.
Or
Yeah,
like,
that
would
sounds
they
awesome.
even consider like a yam casserole to be a
No,
potatoes?
that's a dessert. That's misleading.
Oh, I still think it's a side dish. I just
It is
think
a
it's a
side
different
dish.
side
Oh.
dish.
I don't. My family doesn't do that one. I don't know anything about sweet potatoes.
That's criminal. I'm gonna make you sweet potatoes because you'll never go without again.
And your aunt is bringing your aunt is bringing green bean casserole, her secret recipe with extra starbursts.
No.
Pardon?
No.
And let's see, Tom from the shoe repair shop is bringing turkey casserole, and I think Susan from the PTA is bringing bread casserole, and Gladys from next door has volunteered to make a wine casserole.
Bread casserole is stuffing.
So I think you're really going to like it. Wine casserole.
Wine casserole.
You got to make that wine into a Jello to start off. I think you got to
Yeah.
do something with it.
I would say it's either a layered Jello or maybe like you can do like a wine braised pear.
Okay.
You know?
Or maybe it's just sangria. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sangria. That's a wine salad, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Oh, here we go. Wine
I
soup.
can't wait, Chrissy said weakly. I'm relieved, her mother said. You know I don't like to ask for help, but the Candycane harvest was huge this year, which is great news for the bottom line, but bad news for my aching back.
Chrissy's parents had been lifelong candy cane harvesters. When her dad died 10 years ago, her mom had kept the business going on her own. If you're from a big city, you may not understand what that means. You probably think that candy canes arrive wrapped in plastic, ready for your minty enjoyment. While the secret that small town folks know is that there's actually quite a bit that happens before that delicious striped treat arrives in your big city penthouse.
This Christmas, like, logic and physics is reminding me of, like, Elf a little bit, the world building of Elf.
100%, yes. And that's where candy cane harvesters come in. The way it works is something gets planted in the ground, Chrissy wasn't sure, and then some kind of farming was done to it. Chrissy never paid attention. And then after some amount of time, Chrissy never listened when her parents explained.
Fucking Chrissy.
They were ready to not be in the ground anymore. Chrissy did not know how. At the bigger industrial candy cane farms, there were machines that would harvest the candy canes, bushel after bushel. But Chrissy's parents' farm was a small operation, and they had always preferred to do the work themselves. They always said that you could tell the difference when a candy cane was hand-picked.
Fucking stupid.
And I hate to impose, her mother continued, but even for a couple of days, it sure would be nice to have a few extra hands around here to help bring the harvest in. Chrissy tried to imagine Cole pulling candy canes out of the ground. I don't know, he got big biceps. I bet he could do it.
Yeah, he could do it.
Honestly, let him flex. She couldn't do it.
Wait, I just realized, I'm so sorry. Their names are Chrissy, Christmas,
I know,
and
I was
Cole
thinking about that.
in your stocking.
Oh. Oh no.
Is her last name like Mass or something?
No,
like
what if
Sarah
that's
J.
the
Maas?
reason she doesn't like Christmas? Her name is Christmas.
Chrissy Mass.
It was as absurd as imagining him at a Brooks Brothers outlet store. I can definitely see Cole pulling candy canes out of the ground, Chrissy said. They chatted for a few more minutes, and then Chrissy and her mother said their goodbyes. Chrissy hung up the phone and opened her work laptop to shoot off a quick email to Cole. Told my mom we would be coming home for Christmas. Oops. Didn't have the heart to tell her we'd be skiing instead. She was so excited that you were finally going to be able to make it. Couldn't bum her out. Do you want to tell her? Ha ha ha, just kidding. But also maybe you should tell her. Kidding, unless you want to. Talk later. She hit send.
Emailing your partner is so crazy.
That is pretty wild.
I haven't sent an email to a romantic interest since like 2012.
Yeah.
It's just me like forwarding like tickets and
So to say,
details.
that I'll do.
yes.
Yeah.
I haven't sent a social email in ages.
Yeah. I think maybe like 2009 when I started college, I was like, Dear Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, I definitely sent some social emails while I was abroad after college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine
That's very strange.
this. Then, a minute later, a sinking realization came over her, and she slowly pulled up her sent messages folder. And there it was at the top, the last email she had typed for Cole, but she hadn't actually sent it to Cole. She could see now with horror.
Of course.
She had accidentally sent it to the next C email in her address book. Again, your address book? Like, what are we?
What is happening?
Chrissy's best mom in the world, 123 at hotmail.com. She started scrambling, looking for a way to unsend the message.
That's pretty
when
bad.
her mother's response email arrived.
Oh my God, that's so fast. Her mom's like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry you feel like you can't tell me these things.
Oh no.
But I understand that you and Cole have your own plans too.
Oh, stop. You're going to make me cry.
Oh, don't worry. Chrissy's about to be a bitch about it. Chrissy sighed in relief, then kept reading. And seeing as the sport of downhill skiing carried you for 9 months, gave birth to you, and raised you, I understand why you would decide to spend Christmas with it instead of your mom.
Wow.
Love mom, not skiing.
Mom.
Chrissy groaned. She would have to call her mom later to apologize and explain, but right now, she just had too much on her mind.
Oh my God.
Start reading at the stocking on page 20.
My mom's
Good. We need to skip
my
ahead some
mom's
pages.
Instagram handle is lovemyfam1189.
That makes
so-
sense. For a long time, my mom's email had a 5 in it because that's how many people were in her family.
Aw.
And it took her like 15 years after the divorce to change it.
Oh goodness, we're not gonna have another choice for him.
Oh no. Okay.
We're getting through it, gang.
Talking with her mom about Cole had reminded her she had dinner plans with him that evening. They were celebrating their 2-year dating anniversary, which
Okay. That's long enough that you might remember the Tinder.
2 years, yeah.
which Chrissy reminded herself was basically 10 in business years.
Oh, no.
Cole had been acting strange lately, so when he asked if he could meet her for dinner at their favorite restaurant later that night, at once she had realized he was gonna propose.
He's bitchy and not proposing.
There's no way. All of the late nights, the secretive whispers, the volatile moods.
Huh?
Suddenly, it all made sense.
Wait.
He had been ring shopping late at night and stressed about making the proposal perfect.
Wow.
Probably not.
The problem, my guess, is not.
I mean, who knows?
It was so Cole. Almost as Cole as changing the password on his phone and laptop so she couldn't access them anymore.
Oh,
Probably because they were
Chrissy.
full of pictures of the ring.
No.
So this woman's never met a man.
Yeah. Or maybe she's really hot and like has never... She's so hot that she's never been cheated on or dumped before.
I think she's been too busy doing business.
Oh, you're so right.
She's not trope savvy. She has no time for TV.
Tonight, it was really happening. She almost squealed in delight just thinking about it.
That's so sad.
Is that? Well, considering the next chapter, or scene 2 is called Blue Christmas, I can't imagine this goes well.
Scene 2, Blue Christmas.
Christmas Eve. Oh, God damn it.
Eve tapped on the door. Chrissy waved her in. They're ready for you in the conference room, Eve said. By they, Eve, of course, met Janet and Tad, Chrissy's bosses. Chrissy was due for a promotion, and when Janet scheduled this meeting, Chrissy knew exactly what it was for. They were going to announce her new position as junior executive in charge of business. Of course. Chrissy was always assuming the outcomes of things, and this would prove to be an unequivocally good thing. That's like a Douglas Adams line.
Yeah, that's good.
That's dry. I love it.
In the beginning, the universe was created. This has been widely regarded as a bad move. What would she do with the raise that would come with the promotion? Being a junior executive surely came with perks, a company car maybe, or access to the executive level dining room. But one thing was for certain, she had definitely earned this promotion. All those late nights and weekends, missing more family events than she could count because she wasn't good at counting. This would make up for it, she told herself. The first thing she'd buy with her raise would be a really nice gift for her mom to make up for having to miss Christmas dinner. So how is she missing family events if her family's not here?
It doesn't also seem like missing family events is a business-related venture. Like, you're just also choosing ski vacation.
Kind of a bitch.
Yeah, you kind of suck.
All that time and it was finally happening. She looked at herself hard in the hand mirror. Chrissy, she said to her reflection, you are getting a raise. Chrissy, you are not getting a raise, said Janet after the pleasantries had been exchanged.
Yeah.
I could see that look in your eye when you came in and look, I'll get right to it. I'm afraid this meeting is not good news. Your position is being terminated, effective immediately.
Oh my God.
You can take until the end of the day to pack up your things, said Tad.
Not the unexpected layoff.
It's nothing personal, Janet added. It's simple dollars and cents, which is to say, we want more of them. Your position just happened to be the next one on the chopping block. Chrissy nodded in a daze and stood up. She was fired. She was fired? Starting to feel woozy, she leaned against the wall to steady herself. Should Chrissy accept her termination gracefully and leave, or make a big scene?
Big scene.
Blow a big
Make a big scene. Okay.
Chrissy stared at Tad and Janet, a simmering rage threatening to rise to the surface. Look at them, she thought with disgust, with their faces and their hair and their knockoff $2,000 suits. And their names, those names. What kind of names are Tad and Janet?
It reminds me of Brad and Janet from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
A family name, Janet said. My mom liked baby frogs, Tad added.
Tad, wait, I love him, I think.
Whoops, Chrissy thought. She must have said that last part out loud. Then again, the rage. Tad, Janet, fired. She glared at them and then, in a burst of strength, grabbed the conference room table and flipped it over with a loud roar.
Those are really big tables.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort, actually.
She works out.
Damn, Chrissy.
Oh, okay. Well, sort of. She did grab the conference table with both hands, and she did attempt to flip it over, but it didn't work.
Oh,
so
no,
she just
so embarrassing.
stood there grunting, trying to pull the desk up toward her.
Oh no, Chrissy! Oh no!
Don't help me.
It's nailed to the floor, Tad said quietly.
Oh, because this has happened before.
Turned redder
Seems like
redder, and a large forehead vein revealed itself. Fine. If she couldn't flip a table, she could do something else. She grabbed the two closest 3-ring binders, threw them to the ground, and started stomping on them. Woo! Should we get security? Janet murmured to Tad. No, Tad said slowly. I think she'll tire herself out.
Fuck.
When Chrissy realized that her tantrum wasn't getting her the attention she expected, she straightened up and adjusted her suit jacket. Well, she said, you can be assured that you will be hearing from my lawyers about this. She didn't know what she would get a lawyer about, but it seemed like the sort of thing one should say in this type of situation.
True.
With that, she turned and walked out of the conference room. But as she marched toward the lobby, she heard a muffled conversation coming from behind another office door. She stopped to listen. It seemed impossible, but she could have sworn that she had just heard someone say, Candycane Falls. Should Chrissy stop to eavesdrop on the conversation or continue making her grand exit?
Definitely eavesdrop,
Yeah.
I think.
A piping hot cup of tea is literally where we're picking that up.
Chrissy tiptoed closer to the door, trying to make out what was being said inside. There was almost no chance that someone in that room was talking about Candycane Falls. What were the odds that anyone in this building had even heard of her hometown? Chrissy wondered, but it didn't matter. She needed to know for sure. She pressed an ear against the door and listened hard, but all she could make out were muffled voices.
I think it's like perfectly ethical if you hear someone alluding to you or probably alluding to you to eavesdrop. I don't think there's a single moral thing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
more sneaky.
You have to be sneaky. But
Yeah. If you're going to be talking shit or talking about someone, I'm from there. I'm listening now.
Every person in the room sounded like the teacher on Peanuts. I would have said in Peanuts, but Chrissy thought to herself. Then suddenly, distracted, she thought, I bet Charlie Brown would have really benefited from a sad lamp. Like a seasonal depressant.
Oh, yeah.
Depression
okay.
lamp.
Capital sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Again, this is so millennial.
I have a sad lamp.
Yeah.
I need one. But then again, Chrissy reminded herself, I would probably feel depressed too if I were a 6-year-old experiencing male pattern baldness. Then she remembered she was trying to eavesdrop. How was she going to do it? She was going to need some way to amplify the sound, Chrissy realized.
What?
What?
Just listen.
What are we doing? Like,
She needs a cup.
There had to be a way, she thought. There had to be.
it's gonna be a cup.
Then suddenly she gasped. The one after Joey and Rachel kiss. Episode 1, season 10 of the former hit NBC show Friends. Of course.
This is very millennial. They keep doubling down.
How did it take her this long to remember? She shook her head, almost laughing. How could she forget about that infamous episode in which the gang is in a Barbados hotel room, struggling to eavesdrop on Ross and Charlie in the other room, when Monica suggests putting a glass cup against the wall to listen through so that they could hear more clearly? Chrissy clapped her hand against her forehead. The answer had been right there all along.
Does that work?
I actually, Greer and I tried this recently because we have a lot of questions about my next door neighbor. She's just mysterious. And like what we do know is a little, just ever so slightly odd. I've never heard her ever, but we did the other day. We heard her with a man. Oh yes, we were like romantic, and we did take a cup to the wall.
Did it help?
Not really, but also I live in a historical building where the walls are probably plaster. Maybe drywall would be better.
I'm just imagining that it would have like it has the same feeling as like tin cans connected by string, where you're like, I don't think this does anything.
Yeah, is that scientific?
I think it does work but you have to have it pulled really tight.
I was gonna
and it
say it
has
can't
to be like just
touching
right.
anything.
Yeah. Oh god, this next line. The answer had been right there all along, and they say that Friends hasn't aged well. She thought, rolling her eyes. Could they be any more wrong?
Oh no!
I hate
Oh my
that.
god, this is so funny. Chrissy sprinted to the bedroom and rushed back with a coffee. It's break room.
Wait, I was
bedroom.
gonna say the bedroom. Where
Guys,
are we?
do you see how far away the book is from my face? I'm gonna bring it closer.
Oh no.
Rushed back with a coffee mug in tow. See, I also don't think it would work with a mug as well as it would work with a cup.
Or like a glass.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. You need whatever. She pressed it against the door and leaned in closely to listen. Still, even with the mug, she could only make out bits and pieces of the conversation. Excited. Rich. Richard Moneybags, but it's spelled MUNNEYBAGHS. Funding.
I like that.
Land. Condos. Candycane Falls. Small town. We're not even halfway done.
No.
Ornament shop. Father figure. Single mother.
What?
Lease. Beloved. Declan Halls.
Declan Halls.
Bulldozer.
That's who you gonna be
Eviction.
Declan later, huh?
I think so.
Wrecking ball. Townspeople. Outcry. Mwahaha. Condos. Money.
Condos again.
Perfect. Talk soon. Great meeting. Goodbye. And with that, someone pulled the door open and Chrissy tumbled face first into the office, the mug falling to the carpeted floor with a soft thud and rolling away. A man with a pencil-thin mustache and a full tuxedo stood looking down at her in confusion. That's overdressed.
Tuxedo.
That's overdressed for business.
And a pencil-thin mustache. That's concerning.
He's a cartoon villain.
Yeah, that's not a good guy. I'm gonna call it right now.
Did the condo Mwahaha money bags not tip you off?
He like stole the jewelry the Pink Panther's looking for.
Yeah.
Chrissy stretched out and snatched the mug from the ground. Like I always say, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee, she cried nervously, holding the mug up by way of explanation. Then she scrambled to her feet and sprinted out of the office and down the hall.
I think she covered it well.
Oh, well, she thought to herself as she rushed towards the lobby. I guess I'll never be able to even sort of piece together what that conversation was about. Brooke started the snowflake.
As she reached the middle of the lobby, she turned on her heel to face her coworkers, some of whom were peeking out of their offices to see what the commotion had been. I would just like to say, Chrissy said loudly so everyone could hear, that certain people here are a disgrace to the very concept of good business.
Oh.
Business is good, but they are the opposite of good, and so they are the opposite of business.
Sound logic.
SAT analogy.
I came to this city to get away from Candycane Falls and to learn what a stiletto is. Which,
Not a sensible heel.
and guess what? I've done one of those things. She took a deep breath. And to those certain people in this office who aren't worth the weight in their weighted tape dispenser, I would just like to say, I hope that every day of your life is like Christmas.
And that's a diss.
With that, she stepped into the elevator and closed the door.
That's my girl.
The lobby filled with confused whispers. She sounded so mad, but then the end of her speech made it seem like she wanted good things to happen to us. No, man, you forgot. Chrissy hates Christmas, so having every day be like Christmas would be, to her, the ultimate punishment. Why does she hate Christmas? No one knows. It's her most mysterious secret. Even more mysterious than that.
It's definitely because of her name. Definitely.
Even more mysterious than that ring of hers with the royal insignia we found on the floor that one day.
Oh my god.
Maybe not as mysterious as that. There are a lot of implications there, but I'm not sure that we'll have time or space to explore them. As they spoke, the elevator dinged and the doors opened. It was Chrissy again.
Oh no, she forgot to.
She cleared her throat. I have forgotten to clear out my desk, she said. And honestly, I have like all of my stuff here. So she trailed off and then she said, well then, she said brightly, and then marched into her office and slammed the door.
I'm like crying, laughing. This is so fun. This is way funnier than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Chrissy stayed in her office with the door shut behind her all day, absent-mindedly clearing off her desk and shoving her office decorations into old printer boxes. All day. Okay.
She has nothing else to do.
And
Why would
all
you
her
want to
stuff's
stay there? Okay. She glanced down at the wooden sign that read, "Live, laugh, love."
Oh God.
Would she
not live, laugh business?
that would have been way more apt. Would she ever remember to do those things in the right order? She flipped through her customized calendar with the entire month of December missing. Would she?
What? Because she hates Christmas.
So she just like wrote December off
It's
entirely?
like the opposite of an advent calendar.
She gets it. Yeah. It's a Madvent calendar. Would she ever have the strength to rip a piece of paper out of a calendar again? Oh, it's that kind of calendar. Okay. She rolled up the poster with a kitten hanging on a tree branch under text reading, "Hang in there."
No shit.
Would she ever find someone to explain the poster to her?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Chrissy.
Fired. Fired? She said it so many times the word began to sound strange. Like fired, but weird. Fired, 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 she whispered. Minutes slipped away, and then hours. Until suddenly
She's still just
fired.
Fired.
Until suddenly she remembered her dinner plans. Nothing could distract from a bad day better than an anniversary dinner with Cole and whatever he had planned. Chrissy's definitely a proposal. Chrissy smiled despite herself. She looked at her left hand. This would be the last time she saw it without a ring.
Would you still want to be proposed to after having been fired?
I think like maybe
Be a weird day.
As a partner,
it would be a weird day.
as a partner, if you were doing the proposing and they showed up and they're like, "I just got fired," would you be like, "We're
Oh,
rolling
shit.
ahead with this"?
I think that a lot of men would see an opportunity to make her day better. I don't think that they would go the next step and be like, but does she have the emotional bandwidth for this?
Yeah, my husband would back out immediately and be like, nope,
He
another
would.
time. Yeah.
I think I would definitely postpone it, but I do think there's men out there who would think that they were helping a lot.
That this was
It's like, let's stop talking about you and start talking about this special surprise.
Yeah, us.
Us. Okay. Whatever he had planned. Okay. She picked up her box of belongings and marched out of the office with confidence. Good riddance, she thought. It was no longer just a Green Day song that she connected with way too much as a junior in high school.
I mean, junior in high school is the right time.
Yeah.
Though.
She was done with big business company, and that was fine. She would have more matrimonial things to worry about in the near future anyway. Business would just get in the way. Wow. Certainly flipped her priorities quickly there, huh? All right. Right after those three snowflake
Guys,
page
we've
break.
gotten through so little of this, but it's so funny. What do we do?
I don't know. I guess
Are we
just-
gonna have no resolution? Or should we just do the skippiest option every time? But they're not skipping very far.
They're
I thought
not.
there would be more skipping.
I thought there would be too. I mean,
Let's keep going until it's time to wrap it up, and then we'll do the last section.
That sounds right.
Or should we? Okay, all right. Okay.
I got to know about what happened.
We gotta know about the proposal.
Yeah.
I feel like business has just gotten in the way. Oh, sorry. I feel like business has just gotten in the way, said Cole apologetically that night over dinner. I traveled. You work these crazy hours. Come on, Chrissy. I can't be the only one feeling like this. We've been practically over for months. Chrissy nodded dumbly. This was not how she had expected tonight to go. A waiter stopped by the table. More wine for the lady? He asked. Wine is more. Good. Fine. Chrissy muttered. She was in shock. Relatable.
she needs wine casserole. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
wine casserole. I'll always love you, Chris. You know that. Cole
don't say that when
continued.
you're breaking up with someone.
But truthfully, I just don't know if a monogamous relationship is even for me.
Okay.
It's not natural, for one thing. Name one
Here
animal
we
in all of
go.
nature that's monogamous. Swans and wolves, said Chrissy quietly.
Lobsters.
Oh, said Cole. Well, I guess. Also gibbons, beavers, shingleback skinks. Okay, I get the point, Cole interjected. Barn owls, she said, her voice growing louder. Bald eagles, French angelfish, schizomos, worms, the special kind of worm that she can say and I can't.
Okay.
The entire restaurant grew quiet. She says it again. Schistosoma mansoni worms, Cole. Should Chrissy throw her wine in Cole's face or try to win him back?
I mean, wine in the face. What are we doing here?
No, try to win him back.
You what?
Yeah, just go diabolical. Every time we pick the sensible option, it blows up in our face anyway.
You're right.
So true.
Let's pick the weird one.
Would you believe start at the wine glass?
Okay. Chrissy took a deep breath and lowered her voice. She had to remain calm. Cole, she said, you don't mean this. You don't really want to lose everything we have, do you? Cole sat silently and shrugged. Oh, that's brutal.
No.
Oh, no. Chrissy sensed an opening and pounced.
Oh.
I don't think that was an opening. Think about it, she said. Friday martinis, Saturday brunches, Sunday Soylent shots. Oh, not Soylent, babe.
Oh, no.
You know, Soylent's a real thing that
Is
like
it?
tech bros. Yes.
Yes.
It's like a nutritionally complete drink. And I once, this is a diversion. I once was dating is a strong word. This guy, and he had attempted an all Soylent diet. He was living in San Francisco. And he told me unprompted that it turned his poop white.
Oh, I've actually heard that before.
And I was like, oh,
So stop.
okay. I mean, he wasn't doing it when we were
All
together.
right.
He just attempted it at the point. Then at that point, he was paying for a private chef that came and meal prepped all of his meals. For the
Oh.
week.
Okay.
Wow, what adventures you've had.
The food was really good. His apartment in San Francisco overlooked the Presidio. It was beautiful.
Damn.
Our weekend walks through the city where we chant, I'm so glad I don't live in a small town. We have been through a lot together, Cole admitted. Yes, said Chrissy. We survived our favorite Italian place becoming an Italian fusion place. If we can survive that, we can survive anything, right? Cole closed his eyes and rubbed his forehead. I have to think, he mumbled. I can't believe this is working.
It's literally working.
Chrissy kept going. Without me, who are you going to yell at waiters with? These people are terrible. Who is going to help you decide which of your 19 different black suits you should wear to work? Who's going to tell you that there's gold foil stuck between your teeth when you don't want it there? Or that there isn't gold foil stuck between your teeth when you do? Who's going to fill all our water bottles with vodka? Who's going to fill all of our vodka bottles with stronger vodka? And who's going to fill our stronger vodka bottles with sand? Cole looked up.
So unhinged.
I love you, Chrissy, he said. I really do. And everything you said, I love that. I love belittling waiters with you. You know that.
God damn it.
love writing snotty notes on the line for the tip instead of an actual tip.
Oh my God.
When I was a kid, I never thought I'd have this kind of relationship where I could make working class people who are doing a difficult job cry. But with you, I had that. Have that, Chrissy corrected. Have.
Oh my God.
Cole kept on. But we've been in a stalemate for a long time. We hardly ever talk except to send each other $sign emojis. Chrissy's eyes were filling with tears. To show you that the only thing I love more than you is money, she whispered. Yes, Cole said, and please know that no matter what happens between us, I will always love you slightly less than money. Chrissy nodded, tears streaming down her face and mouth.
My God.
I just think our relationship has run its course, Cole said, and I would do anything to fix it except put in the time and effort it would take to make that happen. Please, Chrissy said, getting down on her knees. I'm begging you.
Girl.
Please, Cole.
Get the
stay
fuck
with
up.
me at least until after the Alps trip. If we don't go to Switzerland, I'll have to go home to Candycane Falls, and everyone there hates me just because I snap my fingers at waiters and because my pajamas are technically high heels and a pencil skirt.
Wait, it is psychopathic to break up with someone like 2 days before a vacation you've been planning. You need to be a better planner than that.
Yes, yeah. Especially if this is like not in response to anything. You're just like, I feel like things have run their course, which is why we were supposed to be going to Switzerland tomorrow.
You either stick it out until after the trip, or you break up with her like far enough before the trip you can get some kind of refund or make other plans.
I mean, I don't know. They stuck. He really wanted to break up with her in Midsommar, and then they still went on that trip. It didn't really turn out so good for him, but great for her.
That is a unique situation. Unique situation.
Okay.
Before I left Candycane Falls, do you know what I thought a pencil skirt was? Chrissy asked, tears springing to her eyes. What? Asked Cole. I didn't. I never even thought about pencil skirts at all. Chrissy wailed.
Girl, and maybe you should go back to not thinking about pencil skirts. They're not that good.
Please just let me come on the trip with you. Please don't make me go back to that place by myself for Christmas. I just don't think that's a good idea, Cole said. I think I need to take this trip myself in order to do the whitest thing possible, which is to try and find myself while skiing. Besides, can't you just tell your mom you can't come home? I'm from a small town, Chrissy said, glaring. Where my appendix is supposed to be is just a giant well of guilt. I won't be able to lie to her. If she knows we aren't going on the trip anymore, then I'll have to go home and, oh God, she gasped. I bet they won't even have a place that delivers foie gras sushi. Ew.
Oh my God.
I'll have to order it for pickup. She started wailing again.
Brooke, your delivery is immaculate.
Hey, I still have those skis you personalized for me, Cole said. You mean the solid gold ones I decoupaged with pages from Who Moved My Cheese? She asked.
What?
Yeah, said Cole. You know, I never told you, but I was going to add a small inscription on the bottom. Chrissy said, it says, small towns can suck it. It was going to be my Valentine's gift to you.
Oh my God.
Cole wiped a tear from his eye. Thank you, he said sincerely. I know how much that means to me. But now, he stood up. It's time for me to go find a woman who's more conventionally attractive than you.
Oh.
Chrissy started a protest, but Cole cut her off. Look, Chrissy, I'm in my business prime. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing a navy fitted suit and wingtip leather shoes, but my pants are tailored to be just short enough to reveal that I'm also wearing socks that are wacky colors.
Oh my God.
I made it, Chrissy.
That's a fair point. That sounds like a great look.
Yeah, honestly, he sounds hot, if nothing else. I've made it, Chrissy. I'm finally rich enough that I can make brightly colored socks a personality trait.
Oh no, honey.
And best of all, he leaned in closely. I just finished listening to a Malcolm Gladwell audiobook, so I'm ready to appear much more interesting and smart than I actually am.
That is not correct, Cole.
Goodbye
that?
forever.
Malcolm Gladwell wrote The Tipping Point. This has come up before, actually,
It's
on
like
the
a bus-
podcast that
oh.
you didn't know who Malcolm Gladwell
All of
is.
these are like business books, like Who Moved My Cheese,
But
Malcolm Gladwell.
Oh, I thought that was like a cute kid's book about like a mouse.
No, Who Moved My Cheese is like a leadership book.
It's about like change management in the workplace.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Sounds horrible.
He walked away from her through the door and out onto the street. Chrissy waited a minute after he left and then drained both their glasses of wine. On the cold
Sounds
walk
right.
home, she dialed her mom's number. She picked up on the first ring. Mom, Chrissy said tearfully, the ski trip is canceled. Tell everyone I'm leaving the big city with all its plexiglass and pigeons. I'm coming to the place where buildings are short and the birds are ducks. I'll be coming home to Candycane Falls for Christmas after all.
I'd be like, "Oh, don't
Okay.
do me any favors."
Do you think we should skip to the final chapter
And
and then try to like extrapolate what happened in the middle?
I think we should do at least the next choice because this is scene 3, the meet cute. There's only one page, and then the choice you're making is take him straight to her house or take him on a tour through town. first.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Go, Leela, go.
All right.
Disco Inferno.
The meet cute.
I'm going to read the rest of this tonight. I didn't think I'd want to read it on my own.
The sign on the side of the road said, "Welcome to Candycane Falls," and Chrissy's Uber driver slowed as he drove past to admire it. Decked out in an explosion of blinking lights, it was festive, but still, it was nothing compared to the town itself. The driver whistled as he pulled onto the main street, staring out the window at the winter wonderland that was Candycane Falls in December. Candycane Falls may be a small town, Chrissy said robotically, repeating something she'd heard 100 times from her mother. But there's nothing small about the way we do Christmas.
Honestly, so this is me telling on myself, but like Christmas makes me kind of horny. I think it's like there's something about like just like the warmth to cold contrast and like the lights and the cheer.
I get it.
And the good food and the baggy clothes that hides the good food baby. And like I just feel like this is exactly where I would want to spend my Christmas. Like everything that I'm hearing about this place, I'm like, I'm trying to go to Candycane Falls.
Sounds delightful.
And like bone down. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Boning down.
What about candy cane dildo?
Yeah, trying to take a candy cane. Oh no, ow, spicy minty.
And
Well,
sharp.
you can leave the plastic on.
I don't think that helps. I don't know. The plastic would be a much nicer experience.
Well, a dildo in the shape of a candy cane, but it's silicone.
Absolutely, they make candy cane striped dildos.
For sure.
The car screeched to a halt to let 3 reindeer pass.
Like regular deer, just like across the
What
road.
if they just like ship them into free roam during Christmas?
Wow. I mean, I must go to this town. The driver looked back at Chrissy in shock. "It's just a small town thing," said Chrissy.
Yeah.
Small towns, as I understand them, are just full of reindeer. So that's so southern. Are just full of reindeer. Can't say that word. Not southern.
Reindeer?
Reindeer.
Oh yeah, I can't either.
Reindeer.
A reindeer.
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 The Uber driver studied his phone. He frowned. "The GPS isn't finding me. Is there no service out here?" Chrissy laughed. "Well," she said, "Candycane Falls is an old-fashioned place. I remember a few years ago they tried to update the technological infrastructure, but everyone was so upset and there were so many protests that they finally had to scrap the project." "And to think," she said, shaking her head, "of all the good those cans strung between windows could have done for the people of this town." That was going to be what they updated it to. Okay. But I guess they just weren't ready. "Any chance you can direct me to your house?" he asked. Sure, said Chrissy. Then she paused.
At
Man,
this
I thought
rate,
this-
the meet cute's gonna be with the fucking Uber driver.
I know. I thought this choice was going to be sexy, and instead it's just
the Uber,
the Uber
driver.
driver needing directions.
I see. Okay, it is the Uber driver.
Oh, yeah, it's not sexy. Take him straight to her house or take him on a tour through town first.
Straight to house.
Straight to house, yeah.
Straight to house. Okay, then you read straight to house.
House. Oh my gosh, right. We're skipping nothing ever.
I know. How?
Take him on a tour through town. Just kidding.
No. That only skips you like one page. is
It
the
doesn't
thing.
even. All right, we get to skip like 3 pages in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
I can get you there, Chrissy said. It's pretty easy. Just drive 1 mile past the Christmas trees. Turn left when you hear the magical tinkling in the air. Go another half mile down the Boulevard of Memories. Turn right when you see the Carolers' graveyard.
Oh.
And when you get to the end of the road, follow your heart, she recited, remembering how her mother had always described the path to their home. Her driver stared at her. West, Chrissy said. Head west.
It reminds me of what I studied abroad in Italy briefly, and there was a secret bakery that you could only find like late night near kind of the bar district that you had to like knock on the back door, and then you said a number in Italian, and they just handed you whatever was fresh, and you handed them €1 per pastry back.
Ugh, that's awesome.
It was
Wow.
amazing, but literally the first time you like got taken there, you had to get told by someone. It wasn't like on a map or whatever, and the instructions I was given were literally like, turn left at the golden lion statue, turn right down the next alley, and follow your nose from there. And it literally like was the thing, you know?
Again, this is reminding me of Elf. He's like,
Yes.
I finally hiked my way out of the Candycane forest. Hey, Chrissy said after a few minutes of driving. I never asked your name. I know, said the driver. 5 full minutes passed. Evan said suddenly. My
Wait,
name is Evan.
Is the Uber driver actually the meet cute?
I don't know.
Is Evan it?
At first, I thought you were just stating a fact, like, oh, a fact about me is I never asked your name, but it just occurred to me that you were, asking. Chrissy nodded. It was confusing because it was a question without a question mark, Evan continued. Chrissy nodded again. I'm going to keep driving now, Evan said, while being named Evan. Chrissy nodded once more, this time hiding a smile.
Oh no.
That's the mate cute.
Oh, I don't need that actually.
I was hoping maybe like he's just somebody she fucks to get out of her system, and then
Highly literal Evan.
Okay, let's read the next section and then possibly skip to the end if we're feeling ready. I want time to have closure on this. Oh, it's Brooke, actually.
The car snaked through curvy back roads until it finally settled on a property just on the outskirts of town. Chrissy's childhood home. When she was younger, they'd lived in a small apartment closer to the center of town. At the time, they were growing candy canes on windowsills, on their balcony, in the small patch of grass in front of the building, wherever they could find. The peppermint business was brutal, and the candy cane sector was the most competitive of all. If Chrissy's family was ever going to build a sustainable business, they knew they were going to have to grind. So the small 2-bedroom apartment had been overwhelmed by candy canes tucked into corners and behind the bathtub. Ew.
oh,
Sprouting out of little pots. But as her parents' candy cane farm grew and grew, things changed. They needed to expand the business and move to a place with a little more property. Your parents own a candy cane farm? Asked Evan, puzzled. I thought those died out ages ago. Last I'd heard, candy canes were just made from sugar and cornstarch and food dye and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Chrissy laughed. Most candy canes are these days, but Candy Cane Falls is a small town, and people do things the slow way here. So they may be old-fashioned, celebrating Christmas all month, that's normal, and growing their own candy canes, but, well, God love them, and I hate to admit it, but my parents were always right about one thing. They taste better than the store-bought stuff. Can there really be that much difference in the flavor of a candy cane? Evan asked. They seem pretty straightforward. She laughed again. What a dumb boy she was dealing with. Okay, she said. Here's what I want you to do. Close your eyes and imagine the flavor of a candy cane in your mouth. Are you imagining it? Evan closed his eyes, hopefully not driving.
yeah.
I think he just is.
He said, okay, she said. Now, imagine that flavor, but like way better. Like way better.
Vivid.
Now open your eyes. Evan opened his eyes. Whoa, he said. Pretty amazing, right? She asked.
Okay, so they're perfect for each other.
That's the difference between homegrown and factory-made candy canes. Speaking of, she said, gesturing to the house, that's probably my cue to leave. Thanks for the ride. And if you're ever in the city and want someone to hustle and bustle with, look me up. I live in a harsh minimalist apartment that is primarily constructed of sharp corners.
That's how I feel about every boyfriend's house I've ever been in.
Yes. It's for women who don't want children.
Well, yeah, you can have sharp corners if you don't have toddlers.
I mean, also good on her just calling her shot. She's like, seems like there's something going on here. Look me up in my anti-child proof apartment. Anyway, she said, waving her hand, I'm rambling. I must be going crazy from missing business so much. Thanks again for the ride. I had a nice time. Then she paused and looked back at him. She actually had a nice time. She couldn't remember the last time she'd felt so relaxed. It was probably nothing, and she felt silly even thinking it, but did she like this guy? They'd been cooped up inside his car for hours.
What? That's an expensive Uber.
That's a very expensive Uber. And not once had he made a joke about how, since they were stuck in his car, they were actually cooped up. Which for some reason was a pun Chrissy was certain he would make. One that would have been made worse by the fact that Evan's Prius wasn't even a coupe. It was unlikely, yes. But she had been hurt by men and their terrible puns before.
Same, girl, same. Psychic damage.
It wasn't just that, though. She also liked that he was nice. She talked easily with him. He kept his hands on the wheel at 10 and 2 the whole time, but not in a way where it seemed like he thought he was better than you, just where, you know, it came naturally to him. And he was funny, too. After she had told him about a TED Talk she had recently heard, the power posing one, obviously. That is a real TED Talk if you've ever watched it.
The Superman pose or whatever stance.
She asked him about what, if he were absolutely forced to give a TED Talk, he would speak about. He paused for a moment and then replied, the origins and iterations of the name Theodore. It had taken until now outside her home for Chrissy to get the joke, and she laughed out loud. Because Ted.
Oh.
Maybe a TED Talk. A Theodore Talk.
Wow, and I just got it too with Chrissy.
Yeah, she appreciated the delayed gratification. It reminded her of her favorite TED Talk, the one about the marshmallow test. Also a real TED Talk. About children delaying gratification and how it leads to success in business. And most importantly, for all the radio and podcasts they listened to during their drive, not once did Evan say, you know, a couple of my buddies and I are actually thinking of starting a podcast.
Oh, thank God.
Called out.
Well, it's different when men speculated into the air.
This is girl podcasting.
Dude,
this is silly girl
my
podcasting.
dad gets so mad once a year when he tells me he wants to start a podcast, and I'm like, Dad, the world does not need another middle-aged white man yapping about business. And he's like, oh, business.
Business.
Capital B business.
Business.
He does not have specialties. And he's like, oh, just because I'm a white man, that means I can't tell everybody I don't have anything of value to share with the world. And he's like actually in tears at this point, for real. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Could this be fate, she wonders? Could this even be love? Should Chrissy try to go for it with Evan or say goodbye?
Man, the first man who's not Cole that she's spoken with, she's like, I think I'm in love.
I've seen that happen before.
I feel like you shouldn't try to hit on your Uber driver because they're at work.
They're at work. I mean, unless the vibes are... I'll hit on anyone at work if the vibes are very good.
Sure, but you also ordered apparently like a 3-hour-long Uber ride.
That's true. He's trapped with you. I also... And I get that someone who is insane would also feel this way, but I do just feel like I have a good social gauge. Like, I feel like I'm someone who can tell if they're also into it, and there are people out there who might not be able to tell, and I think Chrissy is one of those people.
Yeah. I'm traumatized from my hitchhiker who I had been riding with for like an hour one time, who looked at me and just goes, hey, do you want to see my dick? And I was like,
no, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road.
No. And he goes, I had to ask. And I was like, you didn't have to. You actually did not.
Hey, let me get that book. Send it my way.
Decision time almost.
Well, it is, but we just have to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of pages in here that are probably pretty funny. There's one thing I just got to know.
Who's Declan Halls?
I gotta know. Declan Halls. I do gotta know that. I gotta know what her fucking full name. Oh my god. There's another guy named Nick, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What's
Evan's pun?
In the chapter called The Dramatic Mix-Up, huh?
What's Evan's pun?
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Well, maybe he's not the guy because his name doesn't fit the theme. All right. I feel like it's going to be... I'm trying to find some answers for us, gals.
I want to know what her Christmas trauma is. It definitely seems like we're not going to learn about the signet ring at all. That was a red herring.
What's the word? A throwaway comment. Okay, wait. I think we should we just start at scene 8, final Merry Christmas?
Yes.
All right, Leela. Well, we'll have to extrapolate some plot. Hello, Editing Tina here. Just wanted to let y'all know that Leela's audio crapped out for a couple minutes here. So all I got is the echo of her audio in Brooke's file, but it comes back in a couple minutes. It's just like kind of unfortunate timing because she's reading, but just be patient. She'll come back, babies. Okay, thank you for listening to my very important message.
The final Merry Christmas. Chrissy's childhood home was packed with people. Great party, Mom, Chrissy yelled. What? Her mom yelled back. It's too loud in here. I can't hear you. I said.
My mom would totally.
Great party, Mom, Chrissy yelled even louder. Thanks, her mom yelled back. I got them on sale.
Yes, ma'am, you did.
What was initially supposed to be Chrissy's family Christmas dinner had instead transformed into a full-on Christmas bash. Or had it technically become a gala? No, that wasn't it, Chrissy thought to herself. What was the word she was looking for? It was on the tip of her tongue. Then she remembered. Soiree, she said in excitement.
Not a jubilee.
Oh, no problem, the man next to her responded. Chrissy looked at him in confusion and then shrugged and moved on. That was another thing about Chrissy. She didn't know how to pronounce soiree.
Sorry. No.
We gave her mom a Midwest accent, but surely Candycane Falls is in Vermont, right?
I feel like this has like strong Minnesota vibes to me. Like a Fargo-esque scenario.
Okay.
Like, that's North Dakota.
So true.
Call it whatever kind of party you want, but the fact was that it felt like half the town had shown up that night. The friendly people of Candycane Falls just couldn't help it. When they heard the good news of Chrissy's miraculous ice rescue...
Oh. Classic.
Okay.
And the budding romance between her and Nick.
I will say, I have read several Christmas rom-coms this year so far, and there has been more than one falling through the ice already.
Interesting.
They just keep stacking on top of each other. These girls need to learn.
Under the ice?
It's never the boys. It's always the girls who go down.
Well, that's insane. They're lighter, surely.
Because of their high heels just stabbing into the ice.
Oh, I
the
see.
stilettos. Okay, so when they heard the news of her ice rescue and the budding romance between her and Nick, they had to come see for themselves. This was just the kind of narrative that people in Candycane Falls cared deeply about and celebrated and forced themselves into so that they could feel like they were part of it, I guess. Either way, Chrissy was choosing to believe that it was sweet and not actually super creepy and inappropriate, which if she thought about it for even a moment longer, she would determine it might actually be. But there was no time to think about that. She had a Christmas party to enjoy. Oh, she loves Christmas now. Who?
Yeah. She's had.
Oh my God.
I know. That's why I was excited.
Okay, guys. How should this Christmas story end?
Oh, you just get to pick a whole ass ending.
With no context.
Okay. All right, what are we going with?
All right. We discover that someone has secretly been royalty all along.
Oh, so the royal thing was not a red herring.
Oh my God.
That's
You
the
can
first
just
choice.
choose that.
There's 6 choices. Okay. There's a mysterious knock at the door that changes the course of the whole evening. My God, these are so good. Chrissy has a very sudden, brief epiphany.
Boring.
She's not very smart. I feel like it can't be good.
Chrissy discovers the meaning of her name.
Oh!
Okay, that's the 4th one. Number 5, we meet a precocious child who has all the right things to say.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All the right things to say.
Like just a 5-year-old that pops in and is like, miss, the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
There's actually 2 more. I counted wrong. Chrissy and Nick have the sobering realization that they may have rushed into this.
Oh.
Whoa.
Or the last one. Chris, the mysterious old man from Candycane Falls, who no one seems to realize is Santa Claus, even though he dresses like him and says a lot of mysterious holiday-sounding things, makes a meaningful reappearance.
I gotta know. Is that the last one?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta know what her name is.
I'm torn between the name and the royalty.
We can do both, guys. It's the end.
Okay.
Also, the mysterious knock at the door.
No, I don't care about that.
Which one
I think
should we do?
name and royalty are the 2 that I care the most about, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Hey, said Nick. Who's Nick? We don't know. Sidling up alongside her as if he had read her thoughts. Hey, Chrissy said, blushing. It had been a week since the rescue.
Oh,
It was no longer appropriate to be blushing. She was beginning to be concerned that this was a medical issue. Nick said, I was thinking, we're perfect for each other. How did it take us this long to finally get together? Chrissy paused and thought. Sometimes these questions don't have clear, easy answers. That being said, she did remember something about how even in high school, she had this nagging, deep-seated sense that if they ever got together, high school friend, because she returned to her small town.
Yes.
They would prove to be incompatible on a cellular level, and no matter how strong or undeniable their attraction to each other was, nothing either of them ever did or could ever do could possibly change that. Or maybe it was just a timing issue. It was definitely one or the other.
Oh, babe, man, this is not right for you.
No.
Listen to your heart.
I don't remember, Chrissy said, smiling. She would deal more with those thoughts later. Hey, said Nick, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to tell all of you.
Oh.
He clinked his knife against his glass. Attention, everyone, he shouted. Attention, please. The room grew slowly quiet. Speech, someone called from the back. There were scattered chuckles. Nick climbed up on one of the dining room chairs and took a breath. As some of you may know, he began.
There was no difference. There was no difference in the first place and the second place.
This beautiful woman.
There we go.
This beautiful woman to my left has been my girlfriend since I pulled her out of a freezing lake with a rope made of uncut candy cane.
Uncut candy canes.
Uncut candy.
Okay.
I don't love
Uncircumcised.
that.
Everyone nodded. A tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Shall we pass? You want to read a page?
Okay.
Brooke.
Oh.
But what some of you may not know, he continued, is that in a far-off land there is an old prophecy that goes like this. The one who is saved by a string of mint, to her will come an engagement.
That's rhyming mint with mint.
This land is known as Mentha Balsamia Isles. It is a real country, so do not look it up.
Okay, Genovia.
Are you sure? Someone called from the crowd. It sounds vaguely European, doesn't it? Nick countered. There was a general murmur of agreement. That was the basic rule for what was considered a country.
Genovia.
Well, I've never heard of it, Chrissy's mom said. Well, have you heard of all the countries? Nick asked. How do you do on Jeopardy when it's world geography category?
It's just like really normal to have heard of all the countries.
There's not that many of them,
Yeah.
actually. Like 150 some odd?
Yeah, depending on who you ask, up to 200.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on what year you learn.
Chrissy's mom nodded. He had a point. That was one of her weaker categories, right up there with lakes and rivers and potent potables. As I was saying, Nick continued, the Mentha Balsamia Isles are real, and I should know because...
Oh my god. What? Obviously, he's a crown prince.
He ripped off the latex face mask he had been wearing this whole time. The one that made him look like he was clean shaven, and revealed his true face, which basically looked exactly like his fake face, but it had a beard.
You should do the opposite. It's so hard to hide a beard under a...
It
like how fucking Kristen chin
would have looked.
He's got a fucking wig cap
You
for his
telling me?
beard.
Do you think they kissed? Because wouldn't you just kind of like bounce off of the latex beard coverage?
Like, yes, I'd be like, oh, something's really wrong with your face. Oh my
The
god.
crowd gasped and then applauded. Later, it would occur to most of them that a more cost-effective disguise would have been for Nick to just shave. So I think that it is now obvious that I am secretly a prince, Nick said, pointing to his beard. He turned to Chrissy. I'm sorry for deceiving you, he said. This whole time you've known me as Nick, but the truth is... He took a deep breath. My name is actually... Prince Nickington the Blizzardborn of House Music, somehow 19th of his name, keeper of the goal, leader of the pack, the unturned, breaker of wind, and father of Harrison. And you, he said, smiling at Chrissy, are the fulfillment of the prophecy.
Oh.
Chrissy slowly nodded. It was all starting to make sense. The strong, regal way Nick carried himself. The way he was always accidentally asking, where's my crown? And how sometimes when he was sitting in a reclining chair, he would open his mouth, point toward it, and say, grapes, please. So, Nick said, reaching out his hand to Chrissy, will you come live in the Menthea Balsamia Isles with me? Will you be my queen and help rule our people forever? And will you also remind me to pick up Harrison from the babysitters before we go? Because honestly, I keep forgetting about him.
Okay, he's got a baby.
Yeah, he's also got a kid. Chrissy took a deep breath. Was it really such a shock that she was the fulfillment of the prophecy from the Minty Islands place or wherever? She had all the qualities a great queen must possess. Fine with wearing nude heels. Safer driving in between armored cars. Not a lot going on stateside. She could do this, Chrissy realized. She could actually do this. She smiled and grabbed Nick's hand. I will, she said. The room burst into cheers and a chant broke out. Chrissy and Nick are prince and princess and maybe king and queen. Later on, depending. I didn't say it was a good chant. Tears welled in Chrissy's eyes. This is the best Christmas ever, she whispered to Nick. At least that is partially because you have historically hated Christmas because of your association between the holiday and your father and your imagined culpability in his death.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Nick whispered back. No, Chrissy whispered. Actually, yes, that's a good point. It didn't matter. This Christmas was a good Christmas. You might say that this Christmas was royally good.
Wow.
Do you want to read the last page of this?
Yeah.
Please don't say things like that, Nick whispered. Please don't say things like that, Nick whispered. Chrissy hadn't realized she had said that last part out loud. Call back. Nick shook his head. There was only one way to stop her from making more terrible puns. He scooped her up and they kissed. King me, Nick thought to himself. He knew that he had just shot down Chrissy's royal pun, he thought, but come on. The king me was a good one. I don't get it. Okay. He was just going to save that until a conversation about checkers came up. Oh, like king me. Okay.
Oh.
And then
not my favorite.
And then act like he had just come up with it on the spot. He smiled. It really was a good Christmas. The end.
The end.
Here, go.
But there's another bit.
We're going to learn the trauma of her name.
Yeah, I just have to.
And also the rap on the door is after that.
All right, Lila, you want to read a page and then pass it?
All right. Have you tried the dip? Chrissy's mom asked. Chrissy surveyed the spread on the table. There were, by her estimation, 342 dips.
That sounds awesome.
Honestly, great Christmas.
Yeah.
I want a Dipsmas.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Dipsmas.
yes. Yes, she said truthfully. There had been 342 dips, and yes, she had tried them.
Wow. Amazing.
Stamina.
Yeah.
I think this is the first moment I've ever respected Chrissy.
Hell yeah,
Do you
Chrissy.
think you could eat one bite of 342 dips?
I think I could over the course of a party if I'm like not really drinking.
Because I feel like at that point, you would have consumed basically like 2 full pans of dip.
It's true.
Yeah, that's tough.
Which would be a lot of
I would
dip.
have a tummy ache after. And like you have to have a little French bread round for each one.
Well, this is my question. What is your dipper of choice for sampling that many
French
dips?
bread is going to fill her up, but I just think that that's what I want.
She needs veggies or like celery, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, celery would be good.
But not for all of them.
But
There's
it would
dips
throw
where
off the taste of some dips,
Yes.
though.
It doesn't
they're
work
not
for
all
everything.
buffalo chicken dip.
Exactly.
I feel like you need like a bland ass like rice cracker.
Yeah, like a light as air one.
Ooh, okay.
Mm.
I meant the spinach dip, her mom clarified. It's a throwback to when I mentioned spinach dip on that phone conversation you and I had a while ago when you said you were going skiing on a mountain of gold or something instead of coming to this party.
She didn't mention dip. It was casserole. She mentioned 45 kinds of casserole.
I'm trying to think on the... Wait, they didn't have a call. They emailed back and forth.
Yeah, Mom is tripping. Mom's drunk.
Mom is drunk.
Too much wine casserole.
Yeah. Do you remember? Chrissy thought. There were, by her estimation, 342 conversations her mom could be talking about. Yes, she said, mostly truthfully. Anyway, her mom said, speaking of spinach dip, I've been meaning to tell you about the true meaning of your name. What do you mean? Asked Chrissy. I already know the meaning of my name. I think it's even on the front of one of my baby books. What does it say again? Oh, yeah, Chrissy. It's like Chris, but for a girl.
Oh, my God.
I always thought that was really meaningful. Her mother smiled sadly.
Uh-oh.
Sadly.
Oh, my God. Her dead dad's name was Christmas. She's named
Your
after
father-
her dad.
She Chrissy me Christmas.
Your father wanted to wait until you were older to tell you your real name, she
What?
explained.
Older than 28 or whatever.
Girl, you've had to fill out paperwork by now.
In fact, we were planning to tell you together.
Doesn't she have a driver's license?
Like a social security card?
Anything.
Like,
Maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
Didn't she go to college?
she had a business.
There's so
job.
many times when you need to know your real name.
In fact, we were planning to tell you together that night at the cabin all those years back.
Uh-oh. Did he die that night?
Gotta be.
Well, what happened? Chrissy asked. Besides Dad dying, I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Do you think he also fell through a lake?
Oh, my God.
Wow, traumatizing. That morning, her mom said, your dad pulled me aside and said, Chrissy cannot know the true meaning of her name until she has accepted that my impending death by snake bite was not her fault.
Oh, wait, snake bite?
Okay. You know, as I say that out loud, I'm now realizing that I should have maybe asked some follow-up questions. But
His impending death bite.
but you know your father, he was always having spooky premonitions. Like,
Okay, all right, yeah.
her examples, like, I think it's gonna rain and looks like the rain is gonna die down. Okay.
Guys, this might be the funniest book I've ever read. It's my
Yeah,
turn.
I can't. Just like,
This is the last page.
I'm still just laughing so
what did it for you?
You have spooky premonitions. Like, oh, your dad. He was always putting on golf on the TV and having spooky premonitions. Okay, I'm gonna get it together. Okay, I'm literally crying. But what does Chrissy mean? Chrissy asked. I think I'm ready to know. Chrissy... Chrissy means what you thought it did. Chris, but for a girl. What the fuck? But your name isn't Chrissy, her mom said, her eyes filling with tears. My eyes are filled with tears.
Oh, look, Chrissy's eyes are also filled with tears over here.
Okay. Your real name. Your whole name is... She started crying so hard she couldn't get the next word out. Christmas, Chrissy said softly, the realization slowly dawning on her. My real name is Christmas.
Yeah, we know.
Her mom nodded, wiping tears from her eyes. But wait, Chrissy gasped, looking up at her mom. Your name. If my name is Christmas and your name is Mary. No, that was not the right accent. That was New Jersey. I was doing Linda Belcher. Then together, Chrissy said, gasping, we're Christmas Mary.
Fucking dumbass.
Wait. Christmas Mary, said Nick.
Oh.
What?
He had come up behind Chrissy while she was talking. By the way, speaking of Christmas, Mary, he said, looking at Chrissy's mom, I rotated the dips for you so that the ones getting the least attention got moved to the front table so that they could be more accessible. And you, and we get the chance they deserve to be the star, Chrissy's mom whispered.
So nice.
Thank you, Nick. You're a saint. They all froze.
Oh.
Wait, I said that wrong. You're a saint, Nick.
Oh, okay.
They all froze.
Yeah.
That felt meaningful. Christmas Mary, Nick said more loudly this time, putting his arms around Mary and Chrissy. Christmas Mary. I'm doing Linda Belcher now. I can't do Midwest.
That's okay.
Christmas Mary indeed, Chrissy's mother said, smiling. Outside, church bells began to ring. It was midnight and officially Christmas. Christmas Mary indeed. Sorry for my tears. Oh, no, I was laughing so fucking hard. This is apparently written by someone named Riane Konc.
Okay.
And I love you. Do you have it about
Did she
the
have it
author?
about the author?
Nothing. Absolutely
So
nothing.
mysterious.
She was this is the kind of book that someone gets like hired to write.
Yeah.
I think like this was so fucking funny. Ulysses Press, don't know what that is. Copyright 2019. So I think it was even like intentionally like 10 years behind the times.
Yeah.
You know, it had a very like 2009 energy. Oh my God. I laughed really hard. Well, should we play our little game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Brooke, do you think, wait, what's this called? Build Your Own Christmas Movie Romance by Riane Konc. It was horny, sad, or just plain bad?
Secret third
It
option.
made me glad.
It's Mary.
Mary. It's Christmas Mary.
I think that I thought, like I said, I thought this book was like gonna be earnest and self-serious, and I think the game would have applied.
Yeah.
But like this is intentionally hilarious, and I cried laughing. So
Yeah.
Mary,
It's also like decidedly not horny.
yeah,
Yeah.
like perhaps Chrissy like doesn't even know what sex is.
Yeah.
Just curious about that. Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna read the rest of this tonight.
Much like the Christmas miracle, it's the Virgin Mary Christmas.
Oh my God.
Decidedly not horny. Not a single thing about this is sad, and it's actually great.
Yeah, very well written.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow.
Although, to Leela's point, deeply millennial, I don't think it's a thing that like. Do you think we could hand this to one of our younger friends and they would enjoy it as much?
Like if we go younger, like
Yeah.
no, our friends that are still in their like early mid-20s, I don't think so. I think this speaks to us.
Laser targeted to our gen.
Oh, this says for Evan and Ramona. So maybe Evan, the Uber driver, is just named after her friend.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I like that.
Good on you, Evan.
Yeah, good for you, Evan.
Good on ya. Yeah, well, jingle my balls and call me Mary. This is a Christmas book.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Brooke, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having
We
me.
had a
Honestly,
great time.
this was delightful.
Agreed.
We made the right choice in choosing you to split this up with. Also, it was nice having 3 people to read.
Yes,
in general.
just reading.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so
Totally. Hell yeah. Well, we will be back. I have no idea what date this comes out. I think there's still one more episode before Christmas, and it's not going to be Christmas themed, but you're going to like it. It's going to be a big old fat steaming gift for you, listeners.
Ew. No, thank you.
And that's it for Burn Before Reading.
until next week, remember
Your cringe is part of you.
to jingle my balls.
And call me
It's
Mary.
and call me Mary. The end.
Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kahn.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kahn and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at Christina Kahn.
And find me at Leels for Reels.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and Tumblr at BurnBeforePod.
Or feel free to give us an email at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.
Dave X Media.